Hello, hello, hello. I have some big news stories for you, so let's go ahead and jump right into the news. Former Vice President Mike Pence has been caught secretly petitioning members of U.S. Congress to block the appointment of RFK Jr. to Health and Human Services. It's not clear if Mr. Pence is doing this on his own or if he's being paid to use his influence to disrupt President Trump's future cabinet. Now, gratefully, VP Mike Pence now has very little influence in DC, but wanted to make my community aware of his covert actions. Democrats on the left are trying to cancel and publicly shame country music superstar Carrie Underwood for performing at President Donald Trump's inauguration. They say she should be ashamed of herself and disavow Donald Trump, that her music career should be over because of this. I mean, wow, these Democrats are ugly. I mean, I don't remember having this same reaction when I noticed that country superstar Garth Brooks attended Biden's inauguration. I literally just thought to myself, I didn't know he was a Democrat, and I'm not sure why he likes Joe Biden. And then I moved on with my life because I like his music. Now, let me know over in the comments, should Carrie Underwood be ashamed of herself and have her career ended? Let me know. Personally, I'm kind of hoping that she sells even more albums, makes even more money, and becomes an even bigger superstar. I think she's great, and I think she has great music. All right, now, Sean Spicer, a favorite on our show here, he said this today: Biden booted me off a nonpartisan board, the Navy board, and set a precedent for future presidents to clean house. Early in his term, President Biden made history. He fired me and others en masse, his predecessors' appointees to presidential boards and commissions before their term ended. On Monday, when President Trump is sworn in for his second term, he should not hesitate to follow the precedent that Biden established. It's time for Trump to fire the deep state. Now, do you think Donald Trump should fire anyone that tries to undermine his presidency or is a holdover from the Biden administration or puts their own wants above the needs of the country? I do. I think that he absolutely should. Now, he had something to say about this earlier today, so let me show that to you while I read it to you. He said, as of today, the incoming Trump administration has hired over 1,000 people for the United States government. They are outstanding in every way, and you will see the fruits of their labor over the coming years. We will make America great again, and it will happen very quickly. In order to save time, money, and effort, it would be helpful if you would not send or recommend to us people who worked with or are endorsed by Americans for No Prosperity, headed by Charles Cook, Dumb as a Rock John Bolton, Bird Brain Nikki Haley, Mike Pence, disloyal warmonger Dick Cheney and his psycho daughter Liz Cheney, Mitt Romney, Paul Ryan, General Mark Milley, James Mattis, Mark Yesper, or any of the other people suffering from Trump derangement syndrome, more commonly known as TDS. Thank you for your attention on this matter. Now, let me know over in the comments, what do you guys think? I love it. I love that he's like, listen, we've already hired 1,000. We've got 9,000 more to go. Stop recommending anybody who's connected to people with Trump derangement syndrome. I don't want anything to do with Mark Milley, VP Mike Pence, the list that I just read to you. I think he wants to build back completely different than what has been done in the past. And so I appreciate him coming out and saying, listen, you guys are great. Thank you for recommending, but stop recommending people that I don't want. Now, one person that Trump is working for and highly recommends is Vivek Ramaswamy. He came on the show multiple times. President Trump is recommending that Vivek be made the U.S. Senator for the great state of Ohio to replace Vice President J.D. Vance. President Trump says he would be good for the Senate, great for America, and good for the people of Ohio. Let me know over in the comments, what do you think? Do you think that Vivek Ramaswamy would make a bold MAGA fighter for the Senate? I do. I think that he would be great, and I totally support this recommendation from President Trump. As TikTok faces the possibility of being banned due to a Supreme Court decision, President-elect Donald Trump has reportedly expressed confidence in finding a solution to prevent its removal. According to Trump advisor and Florida Congressman Mike Waltz, Trump will intervene if the Supreme Court upholds a law requiring the platform to be sold by January 19th to avoid being banned in the United States. Congressman Mike Waltz stated, "We will put measures in place to keep TikTok from going dark. What most people haven't heard about is the current law that allows for a 90-day extension if significant progress is made towards a sale, providing President-elect Donald Trump the time needed to keep the app operational. Whatever Trump is thinking about doing, he better do it soon, as ByteDance has indicated plans to shut TikTok down for 170 million Americans this coming Sunday." Now, hopefully, President-elect Trump can either unban TikTok or find a way to keep it, but remove the spyware connected to the Communist Party of China. Now, even though I doubt TikTok would sell their app, one of the world's biggest YouTubers, Mr. Beast, recently joked about buying TikTok. He later added, "Unironically, I've had so many billionaires reach out to me since I tweeted this. Let's see if we can pull it off. I also know that Kevin O'Leary of Shark Tank is considering buying TikTok and trying to put the money together." What do you guys think about that? I mean, I'm a big fan of Rumble and YouTube. I do watch TikTok on occasion, and I've been banned on there multiple times for having aggressive content that didn't match up with the Chinese Communist Party. All right, now many people may see TikTok as a silly app that adds no value for millions. However, their livelihood and primary source of income are on the line. According to WDSU, over 7 million small businesses use TikTok. Furthermore, Yahoo News has cited that $1.3 billion is generated for small American businesses that would be lost in the first month of its ban. So, I mean, almost $1.3 billion is created for small businesses here in America. Again, I don't know much about the Chinese app or its real connection, because from everything I'm reading, it's now being run out of South Korea. It's not even in China anymore. Now, this may sound like a conspiracy theory, but what if Biden is actually trying to get rid of TikTok because President Trump used it to win the election with younger people? I don't know. Just letting you guys know what is in the news today. Now, thankfully, it seems like some Democrats understand this. For instance, Senate Majority Leader Chuck Schumer stated, "We aren't against TikTok. We want TikTok to keep going, but we are against a Chinese company that is in cahoots with the Chinese Communist Party that owns TikTok. It's clear that more time is needed to find an American buyer and not disrupt the lives and livelihood of millions of Americans and so many influencers who have built up a good network of followers." All right, now speaking of fun and entertainment, President Trump has also stated his intention to make Hollywood great again. President Trump has recently appointed actor Jon Voight, Mel Gibson, and Sylvester Stallone to be special ambassadors to Hollywood, California. In a post on Truth Social, President Trump stated, "It's my honor to announce Jon Voight, Mel Gibson, and Sylvester Stallone to be special ambassadors to a great but very troubled place, Hollywood, California. They will serve as special envoys to me for the purpose of bringing Hollywood, which has lost much business over the last 4 years, to foreign countries, back bigger, better, and stronger than ever. These very talented people will be my eyes and ears, and I will get done what they suggest. It will again be like the United States of America, the golden age of Hollywood. Now, most people don't know this, but China has actually been funding most of the movies in the United States of America. Therefore, they don't allow you to say anything bad about China. They don't allow you to talk about the connection between China and Taiwan and America. So they are really trying to control and propagandize Americans, and President Trump is on to them. So he wants money here in America to flow back into Hollywood. But in order to do that, you got to get rid of the wokeness. You got to get rid of cramming LGBTQ trans issues down our throats. We get it. There's gay people in America. There's lesbians in America. There's trans people in America. But if you cram it down our throat, nobody wants to go see this stuff. And so President Trump is saying it's time to make Hollywood great again. And part of that is making sure that American money is making America films. America makes the very best movies, but we can't have China dictating what's in our movies. Now, this seems like an incredible group of men. And wait a minute, aren't all of these guys in a movie? Untouchables. Oh, no, The Expendables, right? About the tough Hollywood actors that were put out but are coming back, right? All right, now during Trump's first term, his wife Melania stayed mostly in the shadows. However, it appears she plans to have a much larger impact on the country this second time around. In a recent interview on Fox and Friends, the incoming First Lady exposed that the Obamas purposely sabotaged her husband's first term. Melania stated, "The first time was challenging. We didn't have much of the information. The information was withheld from us by the previous administration. But this time, I have everything. It's a very different transition this time." Additionally, Melania Trump spoke on her own plan for the coming administration. She stated, "I think it will be an exciting 4 years. We have a lot to do to put the country back in shape. Maybe some people see me as just a wife of the president, but I'm standing on my own 2 feet, independent." She went on to say how she discovered how Michelle Obama and Barack Obama purposely withheld information, moved things around, didn't give them the assistance that they needed. I mean, all of that on top of spying on their actual campaign and then setting up all of this Russia bullcrap in order to hurt the Trump family. So this time they're going in with their eyes open. I think they're not going to be very trusting of anyone that's in office right now. So I expect Donald Trump to get his finger ready to start telling people, "You're fired, you're fired, you're fired, you're fired." It's going to be such a great first week. And I can't wait to see what Melania and Donald are able to accomplish in their first 100 days in office. All right, now, if things couldn't get weirder and more disappointing from the Democrats, the U.S. House of Representatives recently passed a bill to deport any illegal immigrant convicted of sex crimes with a vote of 274 Republicans in favor and 140 Democrats against it. Like, what? Why would 145 Democrats vote not to protect women, vote not to protect children? It's unbelievable. It's unbelievable. Mountain Goddess says, YouTube keeps deleting my comments. Well, I see that comment, so I guess they're not deleting all of them. All right, now, during the debate on the bill, Republican Representative Nancy Mace, who introduced the bill, stated, "Our country has been ravaged by a horror of illegal immigrants, violently raping American women and girls. I know the lifelong scars, the irreversible scars these heinous crimes leave behind." Now, she was sexually assaulted many years ago and has been open about that. So to have Democrats vote not to protect women is pretty disgusting. And I don't know if you guys have been watching what Elon Musk has been exposing, but there is so much sexual assault happening over in England. And now it turns out that the Labour Party of the United Kingdom, they've been covering up the crimes because they don't want you to see that people from Pakistan are in these gangs that specifically show up just to take advantage of little girls in the United Kingdom. This is absolutely disgusting. I cannot wait for the lid to be blown on this. If the government is covering up the assault of their children and the women in their country, shame on them, and that needs to be exposed. And Elon Musk is exposing it right now over on Twitter. But even right here in the homeland, to now have 145 Democrats say no, we want illegal immigrants to attack our women and children is absolutely disgusting. It just goes to show there's not a lot of intelligence going on. They would literally rather have power and illegal votes than to empower their citizens and earn their vote honestly. I mean, let me know over in the comments what you think. But here's what Democrat Representative Pramila Jayapal had to say. She said, the bill does absolutely nothing to address the needs of the American people, and it widens the highway to Donald Trump's mass deportation. Therefore, I'm voting against it. What do you mean it doesn't help Americans? Do you want our children being trafficked, assaulted, kidnapped, assaulted? I mean, it's disgusting to me. I can't believe that she would have the nerve to say this. Oh, wait a minute. Isn't Donald Trump a misogynist who's against women? And yet they just voted against protecting women and children. I mean, it's unbelievable. If you have Democrat friends, you need to point out to them, hey, isn't that kind of weird that 145 people in your party just voted against protecting women from crimes and assault from illegal immigrants? Unreal. All right, now Representative Nancy Mace responded to the hate by saying the left's justification for opposing the deportation of rapists, pedophiles, and murderers here illegally never ceases to amaze me. Now, as Joe Biden prepares to leave office, he delivered a final video warning of what he considers a great concern for the United States. Here's what he had to say. These are his words, not mine. Some of you guys blasted my video from yesterday saying I was saying all these nice things about Biden. I was quoting Biden. So I'm quoting Biden again. In my farewell address tonight, I want to warn the country of something that gives me great concern. That's the dangerous concentration of power in the hands of a very few ultra-wealthy people and the dangerous consequences of their abuse of power if left unchecked. Today, an oligarchy is taking shape in America of extreme wealth, power, and influence that literally threatens our entire democracy, our basic rights and freedom, our fair shot for everyone to get ahead. We need to get dark money. That's the hidden funding behind too many campaign contributions. We need to get it out of politics. Now, on his first point, even far left Senator Bernie Sanders called out Biden. He stated, what Biden said last night is we're moving towards an oligarchy when a handful of individuals like Elon Musk, Jeff Bezos, and Zuckerberg amass such wealth and influence. Isn't that the very definition of oligarchy? Now, political commentator Matt Walsh from the Daily Wire had this to say. Joe Biden just awarded the Medal of Freedom to George Soros and gave his own son a free pass for any and all federal crimes he committed over the course of a decade. Now wants you to know that oligarchies are bad and taking over America. This guy is such a hypocrite. I mean, think about it. A lot of the crime and issues that Democrat cities are having around the country are linked to district attorney offices that were bought and paid for by George Soros. All of the connections to George Soros. And guess what? Jeff Bezos is a Democrat. Mark Zuckerberg is a Democrat. He put $400 million into getting Joe Biden elected against Donald Trump. So Biden has been taking dark money for 50 years. He even said earlier in his career, I would literally prostitute myself in order to get money to be elected. Those are his words, not mine. I would prostitute myself to get money to do what I needed, is what he had to say. So Biden has essentially bashed himself in front of the world. But with that being said, investor Scott Bassinet made a strong counter argument against Bernie Sanders. He stated, those three billionaires all made their money themselves. I would note that President Biden gave the Presidential Medal of Freedom to two people who I think already qualify as oligarchs. So, I mean, do I like having one person with that much concentrated wealth? I don't know. It does seem weird. At the same time, this is America, where you can literally be rich based off of your ideas and your efforts. So I don't know. It's kind of a weird situation. But I mean, wouldn't you agree that whatever the Democrats are complaining about, they're actually the ones doing that? I mean, it's just crazy. All right, a lot is going to be happening. I'll be on Monday to cover the inauguration. It's going to be huge. They are expecting the largest crowd Washington, D.C. has ever seen for a presidential inauguration. On day one, President Trump, someone's going to have to hold his arm up and help him sign his name, because there's going to be so many executive orders, right? Remember when they had to hold up the arms of Moses, right? They're going to have to hold up the arm of Donald J. Trump as he just signs executive order after executive order. David Blakely, thank you so much for the tacos. I don't know why they call this super chat or super stickers. It should just be called tacos for Mr. Gardner. All right, reality check. Only traitors support invaders. FJB, Soros, and all demon rats. Go MAGA, fight, fight, fight. Thank you for the super chat. I completely agree. I'm so excited to see where our country's going. It's going to be absolutely amazing. All right, I love you guys. If you could, there's over 8,000 of you on right now. Please give this video a like. Hit that subscribe button. We're almost to 1.9 million amazing truth seekers. I love you. Stay amazing, and I will see you on the next video.